Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Gonzo Ewok channel with me, Ewok. I'm not Ewok. You're
me, Ewok.
And me, Gonzo, for another episode of Geordie Space Program.
The worst intro so far, Gonzo.
I'd say that's far from the worst intro we've ever done. If you look through some of our golden chestnuts of the past, be a good name for a folk band. Right, last episode. Recap. It's been a couple of weeks since we recorded. We haven't had a chance to. So what did we do last time?
We landed a probe on Eve.
Yes.
So we've now been to Juno and been to Eve with unmanned missions.
Did we get the Juno?
Yeah, we got a Juno.
Oh, aye. It has been a while.
I forgot that we went to Juno. We've got a probe on Juno somewhere. Juno Science Probe. Look, there it is.
Nice. Well, that's good. We did well there.
Yes, we did.
So that's went well. Eve's went well. Unfortunately, we're still sort of in shock from bits over Minmus.
Geordie Lab.
Geordie Lab.
Yeah.
Geordie Lab is currently
That is Geordie Lab.
There's other bits in circulation in general. Yeah, over there, look. Across to your right. There. There's some bits over there.
Geordie Lab ship
I mean,
debris.
they class it as debris, but I class it as valuable science just floating around in the ether. But in any event, yeah, so we were at a bit of a loss of what we want to do next, but we're thinking we need to reclaim some of our lost pride in terms of space stations.
Yeah, we currently have no space station, and there is build an orbital space station around Kerbal.
Nice.
There's a build orbital space station around Juno, but I think that's probably stretching it a little bit.
Yeah, let's not fly before we can walk.
So for a grand total of 120,000 plus 17 bonus science, if we can get a facility that has an antenna, a docking port, can generate power, house 5 Kerbals, and have a research lab, that money's ours, and we can stick it above Kerbal.
Nice. That'll be good, because we do still, I think, thinking longer term, we need that infrastructure where something is generating a little bit of science, ticking away, we can put science in there, work on it, bring it back nice and quick and easy.
Absolutely. What crew members do we have available? Let's have a quick look at the astro place where the astronauts live. Astronaut complex.
The astro place where the astronauts
The astro place where the astronauts live. We've got Jib, Bill and Wendy. We're going to need another scientist, aren't we?
That one's called Cola.
Cola Kerman.
Cola Kerman.
Cola Kerman.
Now with less calories than regular Kerman. Okay,
well,
science.
Natalia or Grada?
Wendy's still alive, which is good. We could do with some more lady scientists, lady pilots, lady astronauts. So I'm fancying Natalia.
Well, Grada's a lady as well.
I don't like her name. It makes her sound like a bit of an ugmo.
She's very brave.
You don't want brave.
You don't need brave in a scientist.
No. Smart cowards.
Okay.
That's what we want.
So Natalia is going to be our scientist for this mission. Wendy can pilot.
All ladies, eh?
We're an equal opportunities employee.
Yeah, unfortunately we're also equal opportunities murderers. The way that it has kind of worked out. So is the plan here then, are we going to bring Wendy back after she's dropped the space station off?
Oh, we could do. We could leave her up there. For the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like she's miles away, is it? So...
Geordie Lab. Now, we all know the problem with Geordie Lab. Geordie Lab explodes. Largely due to, I think, some shizzle that's going on here. It vibrates, it goes horrible. Something's clipping. It could be those fuel canisters.
I thought it was the bit at the top. I thought we came across... I thought it was my head that prolapsed and not ours.
It was, but that is the head of it, because remember, that's a detachable lander. That flew away. That bit was fine.
Yeah.
That bit was fine.
I see. It's because things are in different directions in space. That's the thing.
But the launcher part was fine, wasn't it? It launched.
The launcher is kosher, mate. The launcher, that took us to Minmus.
So what I'll
Absolutely
do is...
fine.
Do we have sub-assemblies? Yes, we have sub-assemblies. So I'm going to take that, pop it as a sub-assembly, and we'll call it the station launcher.
And then put a note to say it gets... we'll check this off camera. This'll take... It's alright, it'll disappear when you save it. Give it a description to say it'll take 22.4 tonnes to Minmus.
22.4, that's a good memory. 22.4 tonnes to Minmus.
22.4 tonnes to Minmus!
And the reason we work that out, ladies and gentlemen, is because of just... Oh, no, I've already popped that there. Let's just get rid of that. So this is what's left after the launcher stage, and we can see that weighs 22.4 tons on the engineer's report. So that took 22.4 tons to minmus. We only need to get into Kerbal orbit. So we need to have something that's got a lab, houses 5 Kerbals, has an antenna and generates power.
We can do all that.
And is not too much more than 22.4.
Yeah, that's working target, but if it's slightly over, we don't have to worry about it because it's not going out as far as minmus. What I would like to see potentially is some way of maybe having not so much an escape pod, but having some sort of return thing built into it as well.
Having a return system.
Some sort of I think that would be quite nice. So let's have a look then.
Well, shall we start with the cupola module?
Everyone loves a cupola.
Because that's what you want on a space station.
It's my favourite bit in all of KSP. I love that bit.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
I
love
like
everything
that bit.
about it.
It gives you a nice viewing platform, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is nice. We've pushed a lot for this, and I'm glad we've got it now.
Right, let's just... What have I done? Get rid of that. Let's just get the necessities first. And then we can start messing around with the order of them. So, we need a mobile processing lab.
Yep.
We now have space for 3 Kerbals, so we still need 2 more Kerbals. So the most sensible thing is to get the crew cabin thing. The crew cabin, the hitchhiker storage container, that takes 4. So that we're now more than what we need.
Well, I can have a little party there.
So
I'd say 7
We've
people
got
party.
space for 7, we're at 7.8 tons.
Nice. All the hatches are in the right place. You can see there's one ladder.
Yep, one ladder
Doesn't
going all the way.
serve huge amount of purpose, but it's nice all the same.
It is nice. So what else do we need to add here? Well, we need docking ports.
We do.
And
Now-
we need power.
And power generation.
So we've got this big fat battery. You just want to pop that on the
Oh,
top.
it
It's going to
spoils the
It's
cupola.
going to spoil the cupola. So should we get a big ass service bay?
Aye, that'd be nice. Let's hope that we don't pack it full of clipping parts that'll then destroy everything.
No, we won't overfill it. So pop that in there. Lovely. We could probably do with some mono props, do you think?
Yeah, although, remember, careful where you put it.
Oh, that's way too big.
That's a lot of prop.
That's too small.
That's just right.
Just right.
Right.
So
That's
how much
nice.
monoprop does that give us? 250. It's not a great amount, but it's enough to do little adjustments if we need it. We're going to need some ladder there. We don't strictly need some ladder, but it's nice to have, isn't it?
It is. You just put them on one side here.
No, we don't really need them on the other side because there's no hatch on the other side, is there?
I'm just thinking in terms of symmetry. Do they have? I mean, they won't have much mass, but do they have mass?
If they do, I don't think it's enough to make a difference, buddy.
And is there going to be much drag on a ladder?
No.
I mean, you can see most of it's just a gap. A gap in between a twisty bit of metal. But it's nice to have them there. If people are out spacewalking, having a bit of look round, there's something you can hang on to. And who doesn't like something to hang on to?
Okay, we don't really need much more. So yeah, we do need whatchamacallem, hoo-ha's. Thingy-me-bobs.
Docking ports.
Docking ports! See, I knew I'd bring you for a reason, so is that in structural or utility? I think it's
You're in my
utility.
house, you cheeky bastard. I knew I brought you for a reason. I knew I brought you to your house for a reason.
So nice and central like that?
They look a bit off.
They're
Are
fine.
you sure they're not ever so slightly off?
They're not off.
They look wonky.
They're not wonky, look,
That left
I've got
one.
angle snap on.
They look like a pair of breasts. One is ever so slightly below the other one.
No, they're not. I've got symmetry and angle snap on. It's fine.
Looks wonky. But
Actually, should we take them down here?
that's nicer. Aye. What we should do at the top then in that middle, we need power generation. Now, we unlocked last time my second favourite part in all of KSP.
Ah, the giganto solar arrays.
Exactly. The whack. Now move them down because as soon as that door opens, it's going to smash them. Now they're
So they
definitely
can go there.
wonky.
They're not wonky. What's wrong with you?
I know I'm sitting at a slight angle to the screen.
Look, you can see they're both in line with that line there.
All right. Okay, we can generate power.
So we can generate power. Now we need communications.
Yeah, we need an antenna.
So, what kind of antenna would you like? We've got the flippy out one, We've got the little.
I do like.
I like these ones. The ones that come out.
The little diddy ones make the satellite dish. That makes it look very satellite-y. Again, I'm concerned. I don't think that'll cause a problem. But if you open the doors while that was transmitting,
but why would we ever open the service bay doors?
Because we're us.
There's literally no reason to open those service bay doors.
Well, there was no reason to do that on the first Geordie Lab either, yet we did it. It occurred to us.
No, the first Geordie Lab had... Oh no, it seemed to be more stable when we had it open than when we had it closed.
It just didn't like the movement of them. It's when we were opening and closing them that it had like a delayed reaction. You touched the doors and then a few seconds later it burst.
Well, I'll tell you what, how about if we put that here, around the back?
Oh, that's good. That is clever.
There you go.
Perfect. Love it. Alright.
So we're in business. That's everything we need, isn't it? I'm not talking about everything we want. I'm just saying that's everything we need to complete the contract.
Well, we're carrying RCS, but we don't have any RCS controls on this thing. We don't have any thrusters.
Right. Good point. But we're going to add the thrusters last because we want them in the centre of mass.
That makes a lot of sense.
So that's what we need. What do we want?
Okay then. We don't particularly need any basic science gear because we've collected it all from around Kerbal.
Yes, but we can still collect science and do scientific experiments from the lab.
Also, I think we're getting some more advanced scientific equipment now. I'm not sure. I mean, we've got
the seismic accelerometer, but we can only use that in atmosphere.
Same with the barometer. Is that right?
I think you can use the barometer outside the atmosphere now. It gives you a 0 reading, but it still lets you collect science.
It lets you know that... really, the science that you're collecting is that there's a lack of scientific data, which in itself is scientific data. It's an interesting paradox. They're quite small. I do like the idea of having them along for the ride.
Okay.
Just, generate some science. And
so how about we pop the thermometer as well and pop that there.
Nice.
Next to the doors.
Easy, you just open the hatch, reach out, grab a handful of science, back you get.
And there's that one.
Here's an idea. Ewok, you'll love this.
Right.
Before this goes anywhere, we haven't got seismic data from the launch pad.
No, we haven't.
So we'll grab that, up into space, then start processing it. There we go.
Sounds good to me.
I mean, that's a very small... Right, it's not ridiculously cheap, but it's not ridiculously expensive either, so we'll take that part with us.
What are we going to do with these goo canisters? Should we pop some goo canisters there?
Yeah, two. I was going to say don't let them get in the way of the ladders, but yeah, a couple on either side. Why not? Ooh, sideways on.
Just pop them there.
Kinky.
We don't have a science junior.
Do we need one?
It's nice to have, isn't it?
Do you reckon?
It collects science for us. It's all good.
Where we're going to put it?
Exactly, that's the problem. Unless we put another service bay on.
It's a lot of service bays. But that being said, we're only at 23 tonne. We can put another service bay on.
We're only at 19 tonne.
Oh yeah, I was looking at the parts. 19 parts. Alright, get another service bay on. Put the whatchamajigger in there.
Structural utility.
At some point we should have a look at playing with space planes. I'd like to do that. I've mentioned it a couple of times.
Do you not remember in the last series when we played with space planes and Jeb died?
Yeah, but this time we'd do it better. Last time, if you remember, it's because you put the parachute in the wrong place. So when he ejected it, he came down in a smashed cockpit with a wheel. And when you're coming down at hundreds of metres per second vertically towards the surface of the planet, you need more than a wheel. As much as we tried our best to land on that hill, it didn't work out.
Oh, bugger. Apologies for the foul language there. I had it on 4 times symmetry.
Yeah, I don't like floating ladders in space when you're trying to open doors through them. That screams of prolapse to me.
Right, where were we? Science. So, Science Junior.
Do we need radiators?
We could use radiator, certainly. Do you want to keep the rest of the science gear where it is, or do you want to pop it in there? We could at least pop the...
I would put them, put them on the side of the old Science Junior. Sort of like, that's the classic style, innit?
It is, yes.
Get two of them on. Yeah, bring the rest of the science gear up, just so it's all together. That's what it'll science be.
In that case, what I might like to do is just rotate that.
Aye, that makes sense.
And then pop all them on the back.
Nice. Aye,
so they're all easy to spot, readily accessible and all that. See, thinking about the design, that's where we tend to go wrong.
Well, for the record, the past few things that we've launched over maybe the past half dozen episodes or so, things that you've designed off camera in your spare time.
Yeah, this is...
And brought to the table. This is the first time we've done any building in quite some time. It's nice, it's refreshing. Hopefully viewers, you're enjoying a little bit of building. It's been, I don't know, got to be about a dozen episodes since you'll have seen any building, I think. It's good fun. You get to hear our thought processes before everything goes wrong and we start screaming and fighting.
Right. What we at now? 11.4 tons. We've still got some flex here. So you want a sort of escape system?
Aye, I was thinking some way of possibly like not deorbiting the whole thing.
Right. How much would that weigh?
That's quite
too
a bit.
Much.
Aye, that is quite a bit.
So let's take one of these fuel tanks and empty it.
Alright. Now, what are you thinking?
Get ourselves some decouplers. 4 radials like that.
Oh, I see where this is going. Aye.
Build some little escape pods.
So tiny little engines, tiny little fuel tanks, tiny little things to sit on top. Not mainsails, for the love of Christ. I'm going to escape, but I'm not going back to the planet. I'm going to Elu.
I'm not going to be able to attach that like that.
Well, if you get a little fuel tank, just a little tinchy one, no little source of fuel. So leave them on and then attach like maybe like a RCS 200 or something at the outside.
So, an RCS one?
No, not an RCS. You know what I mean. The little one, to your
no,
right.
We could use an RCS tank.
Why would we?
But that's not going to attach anyway.
Oh. Yeah, I mean they would do it. Little 200s there.
We can do better than that. There's smaller ones than that, isn't there?
There is. That's the ones that I was on about.
Here we go. So we'll pop them
on.
on.
There, little bus engine underneath.
It's still not connecting to the...
No, that's connecting to the body, isn't it? Might have to use the... That's overkill. See if the 200s will do it. What if you press Alt? If you press Alt and try and snap?
Just vanishes.
Nah.
No, don't worry about it. I've got a different idea.
Quite like an idea. Just thinking fairings and all sorts to cover them. They'd look lovely.
So... radial attachment points.
Are you sure? Because these things can be a little bit wobbly. Oh, that's quite clever. Aye. This isn't going to be the most aerodynamically sound of craft. With things sticking out the side at right angles.
They're only going to be little.
RCS tanks.
RCS tanks, yes.
Oh,
I thought we had the little spider engines. But those are liquid fuel engines, that's not good.
Gonna have to do this with bus engines and the liquid fuel 100s. That's what we're gonna need to do. Now, don't put an RCS block on there in a seat. That doesn't count. That's not an escape system. That's a fairground ride in space.
That's not what I was going to do. I was going to do that.
I mean, that's not going to deorbit a huge distance, really, is it? What, and put like a little like lander can or a one-man capsule or something on?
Yeah, I was just going to put a little... lander can's 0.66. Yeah, so we'll have a lander can on it.
They're big bastards. I mean, that looks horrendous.
It's not very aerodynamic. You are right about that.
I don't fancy its chances much, mate. You know what? I don't think we should bother. We've got docking ports. If something goes wrong, we'll go up there and we'll save them. This is us grasping a bit too much than what we need. Play it a little bit safer. Get rid of them.
You're right, of course. What we can do is send up a module with escape pods on it afterwards.
Just little RCS things or something using a bus engine, one of the 900s. Park up. We just need one, really.
I mean, we're still only at 11.4 tons, so we've got some wiggle room. Radiators and lights would be good, so let's get some lights on. I like lights that point towards the docking ports, personally.
I get 4 of them.
Move them up a little bit.
Last time you made them green, if I remember rightly.
I did, yes.
Let's not do that again.
What colour would you like them?
Red is a nice common colour.
A nice red pointing towards the docking
Red
ports.
suggests that nothing could go wrong. And of course, at time of recording, the Star Wars trailer came out yesterday, so it's a little bit like that lightsaber. What has got a crossguard on? I know you're thoroughly unimpressed by Star Wars. Or certainly everything since the original trilogy.
Yes. I certainly am.
Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer. I have no interest in seeing the trailer. I'll probably wait for about 5 years' time when ITV show the new films, and I'll probably watch them one Sunday afternoon and go, alright. That'll be about it. Sorry. I really love the original 3. They should have just stopped there, though, for me personally. Well, that's quite nice.
Some radiator panels there.
It's not going to block the view of the cutler. I like to sit in the cutler, just look out.
You'll be able to look up some of the windows.
If I'm moving somewhere else, I'll be able to look out more of them. There really isn't anywhere to put them, is there?
You're blocking them, those views, aren't you? I suppose we could put them there. No, that's going to get in the way of the docking ports.
Put them back where they were. Yeah, just keep them out the way. That'll have to do. I haven't got smaller ones where we could put more on.
We really should swap these around. And we've got the one that will never open on the top. And then put that there. Because we need to open that one.
Yeah, that's good logic. I mean, I'm sure we'll try and open the top one anyway.
Broke the ladders.
There we are. Fine tuning. Honestly, I can't think of anything else that this would require.
It doesn't require anything, but...
It's got no parachutes. Not that it needs it, but I'm just thinking if something goes wrong during the launch, it might be quite nice to have some as a backup rather than kill Wendy in my brand new... What's it called? Natalia?
Yes, Natalia.
Yeah. Just on the off chance. I don't want to kill them doing something daft, because this isn't something that's been tested.
Okay, we'll put parachutes on it.
Better to have parachutes and not need them than need parachutes and not have them.
Where the hell we're going to put parachutes big enough to land this thing?
Just put 4 radials around the top. Most of it will get destroyed, but it's only a couple that needs to survive, really.
Yeah, the coupler only seats 1, so somebody's going to be at least in the science module.
Yeah, but that means Wendy will survive, and Wendy...
Wendy...
When I say
so
don't kill the
Natalia's
crew...
expendable.
Yeah, I mean,
Wendy's
don't
not.
kill the crew who've done something. Natalia hasn't earned the right to a parachute yet.
She hasn't earned the right to survive.
No.
Can we make it look prettier?
For them.
That certainly doesn't make it look prettier.
Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, that'll do. Now, there's a very good chance that I'll wrench the coupler off, sending Natalia to her doom in the event that something goes wrong.
But that's fine.
Wendy will come down safe as houses with 4 parachutes and that little coupler with a couple of radiators.
Right, we can safely add 10 tons of mass here. No. So, if you think we've got everything we need, I suggest we just stick a fuel tank on to give it some extra fuel storage.
Yeah, I mean, that's never going to come in a mess. It's nice to have a bit of fuel in low curve in orbit even.
So that's 18 tons.
Can't really take that.
Well, we can.
You sure? 'Cause that's jumped it up another 8 ton. I'm concerned about where...
We'll just drop it until we've got the right sort of level.
Yeah, I'm just concerned about sort of like thrust to mass, and thrust to weight. That's all I'm thinking, just in that initial take-off.
The other one was the same launch system that the other one had, and it had 22 tons.
Yeah, okay. Aye.
So 20 tons.
That's nice.
To be safe. We've got a little bit extra fuel storage there. Let's get that sub-assembly and bang it on there.
When we do this, we should call this Geordie Lab Mark II, just to differentiate between them.
In honour. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take that off. And we'll keep that big fuel tank. And we'll use it for storage. More fuel storage. In fact, let's keep the lights on there.
And just have some extra.
It's just storage for fuel for when we send other craft up.
I suppose. I mean, if some want to come back and they've got a lot of fuel on, they can ditch some of their surplus. Then just do the little land.
Get rid of them. We don't need them.
Seems
So there you go. We've got extra.
Means it's going to have fins in space. You alright with that?
I'm alright with it having fins. Are you alright with it having fins?
It certainly needs them in atmosphere. I think that should be alright, you know, it's quite tall.
It's going to wobble. So
Struts. That's a good idea.
Let's get some struts on there.
But, aye. At the time of this episode going live, there's a very good chance I'll be on my holidays. I'm off to Greece, so we're recording a few episodes in advance to cover as while I'm on my holidays. We didn't put up anything last weekend, did we?
We didn't put up anything last weekend. I was at a wedding, and well, that's it.
That's it. You were at a wedding. I was mad busy as well. Work's been absolutely mental. A lot of stuff going on at the minute, so would that cause a problem?
I don't think it would, but
yeah, let's not risk it.
There's no sense testing a theory, is there?
Yeah, so sorry about that, viewers. Anyway, it has been increasingly hard to try and find some time we can get together to record. But as I said, we're here now. We'll get a couple done. We'll make sure that at least for the next couple of weeks you've got some stuff to watch. I mentioned on our Facebook page as well. Maybe some ideas for different series. I think general consensus from a few of you guys is that it would make sense to maybe do some of their stuff. I think definitely we'd never stop doing Geordie Space Program. It is kind of a flagship. It's kind of the thing that in our own very small way we became known for. Really enjoyed doing it. But yeah, so I mean, we're starting to think about maybe some alternative series. You have tried to do like a solo series a while back. That went wrong because the game didn't work.
Yeah, Dungeons 2.
Yeah, I think there's a video up on the channel, isn't there?
I'm pleased to report that Dungeons 2 does work now, but it is distinctly average.
Right, okay. Probably for the best in that you didn't invest a huge amount of time in making a series for it. I mean, we're not ones just for playing. You know, we're not games critics at the end of the day. We just enjoy playing games.
I think this ship is just about ready.
I think this has been a bit of a longer one as well.
It has.
We'll save this up. What I was going to say there, though, is if you have got any ideas, if you're still watching at this point, chances are you're fairly committed to the cause. Anything that you would like to play, any suggestions for series that you would be interested in watching, let me know in the comments below. You know, it'd be good to hear from you. But I think with that, we'll get this saved up, and next episode we'll launch this bad boy into the stratosphere.
Yep, and the best thing is that between now and next episode for us is going to be instantaneous.
Oh, aye.
Because we're just going to go for it. So there's a chance that people watching have spotted some sort of horrific fatal error that's going to be the doom of this mission.
Ewok, there is nothing wrong with that. I'm going on record. There is nothing wrong with it.
It looks alright to me.
Yeah.
So yes, join us next week and we will launch this bad boy and see if we end up with a functional space station at the end of it. I hope you're looking forward to it. I know I am, with nervous apprehension.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye bye.